We are going.
It's too early. Good morning. It is, what time is it? 7? 7 o'clock in the morning. We are just finishing getting ready. We're hopping on a plane. Oh, we got ready in the dark.
The place we're staying doesn't have any power.
Like it lost power like 10 times throughout the night, and now there's just like none. There's not even a storm.
It's beautiful out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but we're going to Venice. We're going to Italy.
So it's all worth it.
We then hopped on an early morning flight and began our journey, flying first from our current location of Faro, Portugal, over to Stansted, London. We ended up spending a few more hours than initially planned in Stansted, but once we got everything figured out there, we then continued our journey for the final leg, where we flew from Stansted over to Venice, Italy.
Well, today has been the absolute travel day from hell. This has by far been our worst travel day since we've started. We are feeling very emotionally and physically drained. We've ran now through 3 airports. The only 3 we've been in today, we've ran through all of them. You can see I'm still kind of sweaty and gross from literally carrying all of our stuff. Patrick's a superhero and took my bag from me because I was like having an asthma attack from running with our backpack. We were in Faro, Portugal. We went to the airport. We had all of our check-in stuff done, and there was a typo in our in where we checked in, like the wrong country in the drop-down menu, and so we had to go through the whole process, stand in a huge long line, get our boarding passes, fill out just a million things. So had to just barely made our flight there. We were like one of the last in line to board. Luckily they were running a little bit behind and they hadn't closed the gate yet. Landed in London in Stansted, and we had about an hour and 10 minutes for a connecting flight, but even though we're traveling to Italy. UK is no longer in the EU anymore, so we had to go through the customs in the UK, and then we had to go back through security, get new boarding pass to go back through security, and just by the time all that was said and done, we were about 5-10 minutes too late. We got there and we could see the plane on the tarmac. We could see the plane we were supposed to be on to get to Venice, and we just couldn't get on it. We ended up having to rebook all new tickets. Spent 5 hours in the airport in Stansted, and then we finally got on a plane to Venice. So excited to get here. We get to Venice and we go to get our public transport for the water taxi to get over to San Marco into Venice, and the guy tells us there's about 7 minutes until the water taxi leaves. We are running all over the place trying to find where it's at. We kind of got really bad instructions at first. Some people said we had to go upstairs, so we ran upstairs, but it's exit only, so the doors aren't opening for us, and so it was just absolute chaos, and still drenched in sweat from that right now. I'm looking very rough, but it kind of matches how I'm feeling after today. And so we got to the water taxi about 5 minutes too late, so we just barely missed that and have to wait here for a whole hour. It is about 10 p.m. now. We left our Airbnb in Portugal this morning at 7 a.m. So it's been a long day. I'm really hoping that there's some gelato at the end of this day, because I think that could turn this right around. I think sometimes what you see on Instagram and stuff and all that, nobody really shows you the hard stuff. Everything looks so perfect, and it's not always easy. We get to go to really amazing things, and we are so thankful for that, but days like these are rough. They're really rough. I feel like we woke up this morning so young and full of life and excited for the adventure, and we're leaving old crotchety people tonight. But tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow will be better. Hi, he's Pat.
And she's Anna. We used to live in Portland, Oregon, but recently we sold almost everything.
We said goodbye to our friends and family and started traveling.
We're working on the road.
And playing too. If you want to follow along, you're in the right place.
John and I are officially in Venice, sitting at a nice cafe, just trying to get some breakfast. We got in pretty late last night, had a little bit of a late night, but got up early this morning and got out pretty early. So I think we're going to try and get some sightseeing done today, and make it a nice long day. But yeah, right now we're just doing breakfast and kind of figuring out the plan as we go along.
Day one consisted mostly of some sightseeing and getting a lay of the city. We find that one of our favorite ways to explore a brand new city is to actually go on a walking tour. So generally the guide can pick out some of the best spots to eat and drink, along with giving a quick little history lesson about the city. These are generally free, with the only expectation is to tip your guide after the tour. I also finally got to try my first ever Italian gelato.
My first Italian gelato. That was really good.
Yeah?
That was really good gelato. Okay, we're not splitting this anymore. It's all mine. I'm sorry, it's mine now.
And of course, when in Venice, we ended our night with a romantic gondola ride through the canals. We really enjoyed going at night and seeing the whole city lit up from the water.
All my Venice dreams are coming true. We're on a gondola in Italy, drinking wine.
I'm singing, honey.
It's beautiful. This is amazing, huh?
It's incredible.
So we are at Doge's palace. I don't know much about it yet. We just got here, but we'll figure it out. But basically we just got in, we got there, huge long line, and we just ended up buying the tickets real quick on our phone, so I highly suggest just buying them before you even get there. And if you're under 29, it's half the price. So it was, I think, $17 US each for us to get in, so it wasn't too bad.
How long do you think we saved by buying tickets online?
Oh, we saved ourselves at least an hour by buying tickets online, so way better. Like, we just literally walked up to the front and was like, hey, we already have tickets, and they just like let us go right away. So, and with COVID right now, you do have to show your like green card if you're in the EU, or that you have a vaccination. But it's nice that they take it, even though we're not in the EU, they still take our green card. That we don't have a green card, but they still take our like vaccination cards out here, which is really nice. And something we weren't sure about before coming. So this is so cool. My first time seeing anything like this before. It's unreal.
This room is absolutely unreal. Like, up there with anything I've ever seen. It's incredible.
The longest canvas painting in the world.
Wild. So cool. So cool.
So now we're going to the Bridge of Sighs. So immediately people would, when they would be sentenced in the palace, they would come through here. They would get one last look of Venice, give out a little sigh, and then they'd go to prison. So, hence Bridge of Sighs. To the prison. So creepy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in prison here.
This looks like my apartment in Oregon.
We paid $2,000
Yeah.
for that back in.
We paid $2,000 for an apartment that big in Oregon.
We're free.
We're free! Prison break complete! We did it! High five. So we just finished at the palace and been walking around a lot, so we definitely had to take a break. And when you take a break here, you have to get a spritz, and why not get some cannolis too? So we're hanging out, just gonna drink a spritz, eat some cannolis, and then figure out what's up next.
Okay, so it also started raining on us, so we also had to take some cover for a little bit, but luckily we come prepared. Hi, goats. Here's Patrick's. We were expecting this today, and we're hoping it actually drives off some of like the tourists so that we can get in and out of places quicker. Fingers crossed. Okay, I am so excited. This is our first cannoli. We tried to get one last night. We had like a couple glasses of wine after dinner. We're like, yeah, we want cannolis. We like couldn't find any, and we got like these really not good ones. So these ones look way better than what we had last night. What kinds do we have?
Chocolate and tiramisu.
I'm guessing this is tiramisu. And then this must be chocolate. You just like bite into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I want this side. I want more chocolate. That's so much better than last time. That's really good. So good. Stop! Leave! Go!
Oh, get out of here.
These are a different breed of pigeons. He just keeps coming back. Get this alone. So small.
How many tiles do you think?
A billion.
A billion?
Tiles. There's gotta be. I mean, they're like all this big, and this whole entire roof is tiles.
Yeah.
All these little gold tiles. Now made it to my favorite part of the day, the wine and food part of the day.
So the other night we met this British couple, and they had a friend that's a chef that set up an Italian-style restaurant in London. It's a Boccato type of restaurant. And Boccato is like it's kind of like tapas, but kind of just like small plates. Usually do it like right after work or a little bit before dinner. So Anna and I are doing it a little bit kind of late night, and just kind of bopping around to a couple different spots, little bar hopping, and just eating some little Italian eats. So it's been a good night so far. Now we got some calamari, mozzarella and prosciutto, and I have no idea what that is.
And of course wine.
And wine, of course.
And of course.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good too.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. It's Italian. Having fun?
So much fun. We made an unexpected stop. What did we do, Patrick?
Got some za. Pretty good too.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's raining again. Can't go wrong though, really good. And the tour of food continues. Where to next?
More food.
More food. I think this is my last.
We'll see about that.
It's my last. I'm so full. But we got gelato. We had to wash down all the other food, all the pizza and the tapas and everything else.
Why not? Cheers.
You can't come to Italy and not get gelato.
No. Every night you're here.
Every night. If we get this every night we're in Italy, you're gonna roll
gain
me.
way too much weight.
You're gonna roll me out of Italy. Like, I can't wait. We're doing something really irresponsible. Renting a van. 1 whole month we're gonna live in this.